So continuing on before I get too much further, certain particular designated physical movements with Designate 1 weightlifting occur in what's said to be FitXT application. It's downloadable from App Store. And you can look under, I think it's John Sattel or John David or something like that. And the true and correct descriptions of these Designate 1 weightlifting that I do are listed there in that FitXT application. So anyway, in this sitting condition, you can do this arm curl. You just bring this dumbbell up like this and do a 10 count in that, and that'll strengthen and build muscles in your arm, your forearm, and your biceps there. It's a very nice physical movement for that. And then you can get this Designate 1 dumbbell as it is, and you can go down to your flooring. You just go all the way to the flooring here and place that dumbbell on the flooring, and then you pick this up and you pick it up with your legs bending to a straight, and you bring this on up to your chest, and then you can push that then overhead and then place it down like that, and then go on and bend your knees and place it back down then on the flooring like that. And that's another physical movement that can be done. And so if we go over here to our pad, then we can get on our back with our Designate 1, and here's our Designate 1, and as you can see, this or not see, this is off to the side, and what this is just a press up and bring it on back down from your arm being on the flooring and your forearm perpendicular to the flooring. You just raise this up, push it up, and then you push, and then you bring it on back down, push it up, and bring it on back down. And this is much like a bench press that you do just laying on the flooring there. Then another physical movement that can be done with this is said to be the stomach crunch. And if you go down here with you're bending down like this, and let's get that off. There's a piece of food. And then you can bring this up to your chest and bring it back on down and bring it, and then you can go to the left here, and then you can go to the right here. See, that's the right knee there, and bring it on back up to your chest and do those stomach crunches as it is, right, center, and left. And if you just do those with the Designate 1, it doesn't take a lot of time every day. And I found individually, I don't necessarily like to do that the whole set every day, but I found that I like doing those stomach crunch. Some people do them every day, but I like doing that 30 count, 10 right, 10 center, and 10 left, about once every 7 days. And you do all those physical movements, and it's an aerobic thing. And those partial squats I do with the tackle position and the arm curl and the overhead press, I do a 62 count in those, and it takes about, it takes about 2 minutes, maybe a little more than that. But overall, the whole thing, if you do all those physical movements, you do 62 of the one with partial squats to overhead, and the arm curl, partial squat, and the two tackle position, partial squat, that takes about 2 minutes. And if you add up all the rest of the other ones in that FitXT program, it might take you another 12. So in 14 minutes, you get it all done. You can say, well, I do that once a week, or once every 3 days, or every other day. And I've done it myself once every day, but I did find some time ago that was just a little bit too much for my condition. I started getting sore and tired in that way, and so I decided not to do the thing, but just I can do the 62 count squat every day as Designate 1, and that's not a problem. But if I add up the other ones too, somehow with the Designate 2, then that becomes just a little bit too much for me. So I like the Designate 1 in those things, and I find that after you're already doing those ones with no weight at all, you can try the Designate 1 and see how it works out for you. One kind of weightlifting and another that occurs being resident occupant. When you have this condition, lifting this helps you build up those muscles. You pulling things, picking up things off the counter and placing them up on a shelf and different things like that. Those are the physical movements that these kind of in-residence weightliftings provide to help you do your registered resident occupant condition on a daily basis. And I know I'm not all that strong in my body. I don't have the hundreds of pounds that I'm lifting at some gym like other ones do that are far more in weightlifting than myself. But I do like those aerobic weightliftings, the Designate 1. I know I'm building muscle mostly on a daily basis, and that's what helps me stay healthy. And so that's this time once again in registered resident occupant.